Is Jamaica safe for tourists? The honest truth from someone who actually lives here. Let's talk about it. I know this is probably the first question you type into Google the moment you started thinking about coming to Jamaica and having your vacation here. And I get it. News, random blogs, it's easy to get lost and confused. But I've been living here for over 5 years now. And in this video, I'll share the truth, the facts, and my own experience so you can decide for yourself and feel prepared. Hi guys, my name is Kari. I live in Jamaica. I moved to Jamaica from Russia, and today I want to speak about real topic what thousands people searching every day, every week before they come to Jamaica. Here's my social media. You see it on your video. And guys, today is the first time I'm trying to make this video with presentation. I decided to do that because I really wanted to put important information. And normally in my videos I'm going with flow, with inspiration, but today I decided to make this video because I want you really to find so helpful information and to not give you a lot of unnecessary things, but just move with facts and statistics. And if you see me watching like a little bit on the side, I'm just looking at my presentation, and I hope it's not gonna bother you because it's my first video like that, and I just hope you're gonna feel all right what I'm watching somewhere on the side sometimes. And let's go. Our first question: is Jamaica really safe? Well, my answer is yes. If you don't act crazy and if you know how to move in Jamaica. I live in Kingston, and Kingston is most dangerous place in Jamaica. Most of the time, all people know what tourist zones like Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, Negril, Portland, and those places, they're safe for tourists. And today, I'm gonna break it down and tell you why it's like that. Well, most people who come here, who come to Jamaica to have a vacation, most of them they have amazing, peaceful, and unforgettable trip. But you do need to move smart. It's not a Disneyland, It's a real place, real country, real island with real people and real rules. If you come with the respect, awareness, and a bit of that street smart, you'll be totally fine. Let's move to facts and statistics. And over 4 million tourists come to Jamaica every year. 4 million. This is crazy. Before I start preparing that presentation, I didn't even know about that. But majority of them have a great time without any problems. Because most violence, crimes, while most crimes happening in specific areas, far from where tourists usually go. In tourist zones, you will find security, cameras, guides, and local who is actually want you to feel safe and good. Let's talk about it a little bit. Most of the Jamaican people, when you talk to them, they're gonna tell you what this bad situations, those shootings, and all of that, it's not happening with random people. If you ask Jamaicans, they're gonna tell you what all that violence happening with people who is involved in something bad. And Jamaica is not this type of country who is just kidnapping tourists or trying to do something bad with tourists or trying to shoot. I don't know if I can say those words on YouTube, but they're not trying to do anything. Why? Because majority of money coming in Jamaica is from tourists, because Jamaica make money and survive because of the tourists. And all people in Jamaica knows that. And Jamaican people, they just want to be sure you as a tourist feel safe and nice. Of course, they're gonna try to scam you because they think what in your country money just grow on the trees and they're gonna try to scam you, but they're not gonna try to do anything, but you have to know where to go and how to move. And let's talk about safe places to visit. Here I prepare my map and you see all those cities like Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, Port Antonio, which is Portland, the most beautiful parish in Jamaica, Kingston, the most dangerous place, Treasure Beach, and Negril. When we're talking about most popular places for tourists, is definitely Negril, Montego Bay, and Ocho Rios. And sometimes people go to Port Antonio, to Portland, and some people go to Kingston, but not all the time. Well, majority of tourists going to those three cities: Negril, Montego Bay, and Ocho Rios. And all that all-inclusive hotels and all that beautiful places like river, attractions, beaches, they all over there. What you have to know, what in those cities, everything is focused on safety and experience. But you always need to double check neighborhoods in big cities like Kingston or Spanish Town. I don't think like tourists really go to Spanish Town, but those places you just have to know what places to not go. But how you can know? Well, the pro tip is you can always ask locals where not to go in Jamaica, in town where you're staying. Most people would gladly tell you this. Some people can tell you like, no, don't go anywhere. It's everywhere is dangerous, but it's not really true. Like in tourist cities, it's pretty safe. Well, the places to avoid is the place called Flankers in Montego Bay. You can find video on YouTube where is this influencer guy going to Flankers and showing you around. And here is the thing about Jamaica: if you're going somewhere with local peoples, nothing really gonna happen to you if you know how to move and you know with whom to move. Places like Spanish Town, don't go there. I'm gonna share with you story, my personal story, what's happened to me in Spanish Town, and I don't suggest you to go to Spanish Town. Some areas of Kingston, in Kingston is really a lot of places where it's better not to walk by yourself, better not to go by yourself. But I live in Kingston, and you just have to know how to move here. And some busy markets, like sometimes if you go to the markets, I don't really know about tourist cities. I think it's pretty safe, but in Kingston we have that market, what's called Coronation Market, and people can, just talk about it without stop. Some people say the Coronation Market is most safe place, like you can go there and nothing going to happen to you. But if you talk with Jamaicans, if you talk with um, people who actually live here in Jamaica, they most of them, not most of them, but a lot of them says I never go to Coronation Market because they know it's not so. I I can't tell you what you will go there and something going to happen to you, but you never know. And again, in the end of the video, I'm going to share with you my personal stories, what happened to me, but they all happen in Kingston and around Kingston. They never happened to me in any tourist cities. But most of the tourists, majority of tourists, they come to tourist cities. Let's talk about Kingston. Is Kingston actually safe? If you're a tourist watching this video and you really want to come to Kingston and you don't know how to move and you're asking yourself, I want to go to Kingston, but can I actually do that or not? Well, Kingston has beautiful spots, but also rough areas. And if it's your first time, I recommend you to go in with a trusted local guy or with someone who can, show you place around. Um, in Kingston, definitely avoid walking at night. We don't walk here at night. No, just no. I actually live here in Kingston and I always try to move smart, like how you can move. If you live, if I wanted to say, if you live somewhere, of course you're gonna live somewhere. If you call taxi at your place, at your gate, and you actually want to go somewhere, to some place, some restaurant or any plaza or anything, you call taxi, you see, you go into taxi, and after that the taxi stop you near that place and you go in that place. Nothing going to happen to you in those places like near restaurants, plaza, and all of that. The things what might happen to you is some, someone gonna try to steal something from you if you flashing your phone or your bag is here. Sometimes it can happen, especially you have to be careful if you come closer to Christmas time. Christmas time is not so good time for Kingston, for walking in Kingston, even when it's daytime. I had my experience and I'm really careful in Kingston. People who never had their bad experience, they can walk in Kingston here and there and they're not really afraid. But because I had my bad experience, I always so careful in Kingston. What actually to avoid? Don't walk alone at night. Avoid isolated areas with no locals. Don't flash cash or expensive gear. Be careful with strangers and house parties. And don't leave your drink without any cup. This is the real thing what Jamaican do themselves. Um, they trying to walk with their own cup and don't leave it nowhere because someone can put something into your drink. I personally never had this experience, but people always tell me like, Carrie, don't leave your drink, like cover it and all of that. I'm like, okay, I just do that, and I recommend you to do the same. And let's move to solo female travelers tips. As a woman who lives here, yes, it's definitely safe. But if you're a woman and you're alone, or if you're in company with other women, like it's group of girls, like you have a girl trip, you have to expect stares, flirting, and some comments. It is important to move with energy like I know where I'm going. Don't overshare. Don't say you're alone if you come here alone, because if you're gonna say you're alone, they probably gonna try to, not they're not gonna try to do anything bad, but they're gonna try to talk more to you or anything. If someone is trying to talk to you on the road, you can just say, yeah, like my friend's waiting on me in Starbucks or somewhere else, and just go there. Smile, but set clear boundaries and you'll be respected. About smile, I actually prepared the next slide is extra things women should know, because girls, this is so important. Well, this might surprise you, but on this island a smile can be taken as an invitation. And I don't know if it shocked you if you're from country where is like that and you don't shocked by that, but by this fact. But I was shocking when first someone told me this, like, Carrie, you smile too much, guys going to think what you're too easy to, to have something with because you're smiling too much. And I was like, how is that even connected? I couldn't understand that. But people this is what men in Jamaica think. So if you smile at men a lot, don't be shocked if they approach you immediately. And yes, some Jamaican men will boldly ask you to buy them drinks, food, or just give them cash. Set your boundaries and don't fall for sweet talks. I really suggest you to read something, even like basic things about narcissistic patterns before you come to Jamaica. It just might save you emotional pain, because I don't know why, but in Jamaica, men, they just know how to talk. They just know what to say. They have this natural thing inside, what they never studied. They just know how to move. They just know what to tell women. But most of the time, it's a lie, or it's just sweet talk, just just to get you and get some things from you. And if you're okay about that, if you actually come to Jamaica to have some fun, that's okay. I'm not judging. But if you don't want this extra tension, if you want more peaceful experience, just know those things. And if someone come to you, especially it happening in tourist zones a lot, it might happen when you go to the river or the beach or somewhere else, or you just standing in the line in some supermarket, and some guy can come to you and say, yo, buy me a beer, or give me money, or do this or that. And sometimes it can be annoying. It's so annoying for me, but I don't know if it's going to be annoying for you. But you can just say things like next time. After you say next time, you like just act normal without aggression. You just say yeah, yeah, next time, and then most of the time they're saying like yeah, yeah, okay, and that's it. Because sometimes those things can be annoying. And extra travel tips. Let's go to extra travel tips. We have this thing in Jamaica what called road taxi. I hope I spell it right, but you can see it on the slide. If I spell it wrong, I'm so sorry. Road taxi. Road taxis are totally safe. I took them a lot before I met my man and become a passenger princess. I took them really a lot, and I even took them from Kingston to Ocho Rios, and from Kingston to Portland once in my life, and I never did it again because I just don't feel great on that wavy roads when they're driving not through paved highways but through mountains, and I just can't get it. Well, hotel taxis or private drivers are most comfortable and easier for first timers, but you have to be ready what Jamaica is pretty expensive, especially for tourists. Like when you don't know how to move in Jamaica, you probably gonna spend a lot of money even on some regular things like regular tours, because let's say the entrance at most popular waterfall costs like 4,000 Jamaican or 5,000 Jamaican, and I saw the tours would cost like 4 times more, 5 times more, just because they provide you transfer. And for me, it's crazy, but everyone is decide what they want. If you don't have mm, a big budget, but you wanna experience Jamaican things, you just need to know again how to move. And I'm gonna share with you after that next slide about taxis in Jamaica, because there are taxis what you can actually call online, like to order it from the app. It's Uber working, and we're gonna talk about later. Again, city, tourist town cities. What I say? Tourist towns are safe. Seriously, they're safe, and you just safe over there. It's not like if you come to all inclusive hotel, it's not like you have to stay in all inclusive hotel, because I'm fan of all inclusive hotels. I think all inclusive hotels is amazing thing, but if you come to Jamaica, you can't just sit in all inclusive hotels and expect what you're gonna see the real Jamaica, because real Jamaica not happening in all inclusive hotel. Real Jamaica happening outside of your all-inclusive hotel. This is for sure. And when you're in car, just try to keep your hands inside the car, especially when window is open, and try not to use your phone, near the open window. This is the thing I actually learned in Jamaica. I never did same things before when I live in Russia, but right now here, even when we're driving in traffic or when we stop at the stoplight, and if my window is open, I actually like, to close it a little bit if I'm using my phone, because you never know what can happen. I never see any situation when someone took the phone, like, I saw some video from let's say Africa, where people just, in some places, not everywhere, when people just grab your phone from the window. But here in Jamaica, I never heard about those situations, like the real situation when someone told me about that. But I don't want to test this life in that specific thing. Well, just not to do that and move smart. Online taxi services. Here's the top three apps I personally use in Jamaica. The first is Uber. Uber is well known, and before I started recording this video, I actually went to Uber and I tried to order Uber from different cities, and I check it in Kingston and Montego Bay and Ocho Rios and Negril, and everywhere I could see these Uber cars, on the map. If you see these Uber cars on the map, it's mean what you can actually order Uber. Well, Uber works here, and you can pay through your card, through your bank card. Here's the app we call InDrive. Um, it's like an Uber, and you can order it too, and you can, I don't remember, I ordered it a while ago. I think you can pay both with card and cash too. And the new service in Jamaica will call Amber On Time. This is the local Jamaican app. People create it with safety, and they really try to make it really good, because all taxis have GPS tracking, panic button, verified drivers, and local support. Like if you order, let's say Uber, something happened to you, everything you can do is to press the button and speak with someone online. But Amber On Time actually operating here in Jamaica, and they're trying to build right now the strong brand what gonna actually give you this safety feeling. Well, I actually suggest you to use Amber On Time, because you can get support, and I think they work in every city. I definitely know what they're trying to make it work everywhere in Jamaica, in majority of cities. I'm not sure about right now. I read the news what they actually launch everything in big cities like Negril, Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, but I'm not sure. You have to check. But I suggest you to use Amber On Time. Well, let's talk about my real stories. What happened to me in Jamaica? Yes, I had moments, but not in tourist zones, as I told you before. The first thing happened to me in 2016. It was shooting in Spanish Town. I've been a dancehall dancer, and I've been to crazy places what normal tourists don't really go. And some dancers invited us to go to Spanish Town. It was 2016, my first time in Jamaica. I knew nothing about Jamaica, and I knew nothing. This is all you need to know. I didn't know about Spanish Town, about anything. And the situation actually didn't happen inside of that place where we were partying, because it was actually plaza, and in this plaza we had some party, and I was standing outside with a group of girls, and there was some one guy and two women, and they wanted to go inside of that place so hard, but the security didn't let him, because we had our own private party. And he was so upset, this guy was so upset, and when he was walking down, he actually took the gun and shoot like two times, and we just ran away. It was really scary, because before that I never experienced anyone in my life shooting next to me just because security didn't let him go inside of that place. It was crazy. It was my time first time in my life in Jamaica, and first time in my life someone was shooting near me. Um, After that, I had situation in 2000, or it was in 2016. Same trip to Jamaica, first trip to Jamaica. We came to Jamaica in December, and it's Christmas time, and we didn't know how to move. And people told us like it's Christmas, be careful. But we didn't know what does it mean, really, like in Jamaica. And we just wanted to walk from Highway Tree, because we live near Highway Tree, like near Constant Spring Road. It was just like 15 minutes walk, and for us who normally walk at our home places, we're like, yeah, 15 minutes walk is like nothing. But The problem was, well, it was December. It's about Christmas time, and especially in Kingston, about Christmas time, it's a lot of thief situation happening. And we were walking. It's like group of us, five girls, and those guys on bicycles, it was four guys on bicycles. They were actually waiting until it's going to be stoplight from both sides and there are no cars. And that moment they ride those bikes, and they just grab our bags and they wanted to leave, they wanted to run away, but we were fighting. They didn't steal anything from us. I think they just didn't expect what we're going to fight. And while we were fighting them, some cars started driving, and we were screaming, and those cars stopped. And right now you're listening and thinking, maybe I'm gonna go to another Caribbean island. No, it's happening in Kingston. Don't worry. Most of the time, places where you're planning to go, it will never happen. Well, we actually was safe, but it was really a pretty scary situation. Um, After that, in 2020, we went to downtown Kingston. And if you want to go to downtown Kingston, it's really a lot of beautiful places in downtown Kingston, but you have to be careful. I personally don't go myself to downtown Kingston, and I will not bring the group of girls with me or group of people without any Jamaican to downtown Kingston. I'm not gonna do that, because once we were walking, it's me, my friend, and the guy. He was not Jamaican, not local. It's just three of us walking. We're not doing anything wrong, we're just walking. And this guy, he come from nowhere, he just ran, he grabbed that guy with whom we were, this chain, gold chain. It just happened in 2 seconds, and he ran away. We couldn't even understand what happened. He just came from nowhere. Most of the time, these thief persons, they're so good, but you just don't have time to react. This is the truth. And the last situation with me happened before I learned all my lessons and stopped going outside in Kingston. It was in 2021 when I was walking in daytime. It was about like 5 p.m., but it still was daylight. And I wanted to walk from New Kingston in Kingston to have a tree. I wanted to walk to supermarket. I didn't want to take route taxi because at that time it's heavy traffic on New Kingston and Harvey Tree site. And I was like, I don't want to stay in car, I want to make my steps. And I decided to walk. And I was walking on Harvey Tree, where it's normally the busy traffic. And I was just walking, and I took my phone on a second. I even stepped on the side of the road because I didn't want, like, someone grab my phone. I step, I took something, I like changed music or something, and I put my phone back. And before I put my phone back, this guy ran away, like run, not run away. He ran from other side of the road. He grabbed my phone and he wanted to run away, but I was catching it so hard, and I was fighting with this guy. I was with this guy, just with this guy, and I was fighting with him. I was screaming, and actually people, because I was screaming, people catch him on other side of the road. And it was crazy situation. My phone was broken, like screen was broken, but those people, those Jamaican people, actually helped me. And I was so shocked. And after this situation, I felt really bad, because it was scary situation, and it's literally happened in the middle of day. And on Hawaii Tree, if you hear about Hawaii Tree, you have to be careful on Hawaii Tree, because even if you're standing near like gas station on Hawaii Tree, anything can happen. One of my friends, she was on Hawaii Tree, and someone same grabbed her chain, or I don't remember, something like that, and they just run away, and that's it. You can't do anything about that. Well, when you go to Kingston, just be careful on Hawaii Tree, especially if you're influencer who want to record some beautiful things. Be careful on Hawaii Tree, because they so quick, they so fast, and sometimes you just can't even notice them. They already do something. That's it. More of my stories you can see on my YouTube channel. Well, what's actually you can do if something goes wrong? I hope it's not gonna happen to you, but let's talk about that. If anything happen, go straight to your hotel or Airbnb host because most local will help, not ignore you. And always save emergency numbers and have a working SIM card or Wi-Fi plan. And please get travel insurance because you go into another country, you never know. And here you can see the emergency number is 119. This is the police. Use hotel front desk. Stay in well-rated Airbnb hotels with hosts and travel insurance. But the thing what I want to tell you about Jamaican people, most of the people in Jamaica, they're really nice. Like if you stay somewhere, because people in Jamaica, they understand what, because the more than 4 million tourists come every year to Jamaica. They understand what tourists are really important for country and for their businesses and for everything. This is why most of the, not because of just because of that, but because Jamaican people most of the time, they're so nice, they're so helpful, they're so great. I had a lot of amazing great situations, like when I'm buying food and I don't have enough money and someone just give me this. I'm not saying they give me full price, but they just give me a little money what I didn't had, like 50 Jamaican or 100 Jamaican. Or when I didn't had money to take the road taxi and the guy was like, come, I'm gonna drive you where you need. And this is so nice situations, and a lot of time Jamaican people are so nice. You just have to be with open heart. Well, and again, Jamaica is safe when you travel smart. Respect the island, respect the people, and enjoy your experience. Jamaica is powerful, raw, beautiful, and if you open your heart and stay smart, you'll fall in love with Jamaica, with the island, with people like I did. It's not about fear, it's about awareness. Come with respect, and you will get respect back every time. And we are about to finish, and I want to tell you something important. Today, you can grab your free safety guide, quick guide. I actually put it everything I mentioned in this video. In this video, something happened with my mouth. Everything I mentioned in this video, I put everything, and you can print it or just save on your phone. While I was creating this presentation, when I finished, I was actually like, let me just put something really useful for people, because sometimes you watch some video and you're like, yeah, this is a nice tips, I have to remember them. But let's say you're planning your trip to Jamaica in next like 6 months, and by this time you're gonna forget everything we were talking today. And I want you to always have access to those important things, to numbers, to taxes, to regular things what you have to know how to move. And I just want you to know it. Well, check the link under my video and you will see the link for your free safety quick guide. And right now I'm working on my ultimate travel guide about Jamaica, and guys, it's going to be amazing. I don't know when you're watching this video. If you're watching this video after August or September 2025, this ultimate guide is probably already on sale. You can buy it. But right now, I'm making this video in July 2025 and I'm still working on that guide. And just look at this, it's going to be amazing. You're going to find all the hidden gems and secret spots, what most of the time just locals know about this. Local tips from someone who actually lives here. It's me. Google Maps pins, food, beaches, safety, cost, SIM cards, and everything you wanted to know about Jamaica before coming to Jamaica. And I'm this type of person who, like, you can see this presentation. I just made the free video for you to know if Jamaica is safe or not. And I actually spent like 3 hours preparing this information just to make one video. And It's something about me because I like when things is so structured, when you can understand everything, and when the structure is so good. I think I forgot to tell you one important thing. And this thing is about, what about safety if you go to some places like the river, the some beaches, some excursion, and some places like that. I've never heard about any situation what happened when tourists go to some beach and something happened to them. I never really heard about that. Because if you Google will tell you don't go to that beach alone, don't go to that place alone. But Jamaica is not that dangerous. If you go to downtown Kingston alone, of course it might be not safe for you, and someone will try to thief your bag or your phone if you flash on your phone like that, or something else. But if you're in tourist zone, people really know how to treat tourists, and you don't have to be afraid, and you always can ask local people where not to go. And if this video help you to feel more confident about your trip, hit like and let me know in the comments what else you want to learn about Jamaica. I'm here to share real experiences and help you to feel safe, inspired, and ready for your trip to Jamaica. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and bye.